Hello, and welcome to the Extra Magic Hour show. We are semi-back from vacation. At least one of us is back. John is not. So standing in is Raphael Devorner from themouse.com. I highly recommend you go over there and check him out.
Hey,
He's
everyone.
got great articles. Not like mine. His are great. Mine are not. So we're going to get into some stuff about the Haunted Mansion, a 2-part Extra Magic show. So let's get with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Extra Magic Hour podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova and Parkhopper John.
All right. So, hey, this week we're going to talk, we have 2 shows with good information, fun facts, fun history about the one, the only Haunted Mansion. It is celebrating 50 years of scaring the bejesus out of people. It did me as a kid, even though I enjoyed it, but it still had that little edgy scare factor as a kid.
Yeah, I think that's what draws everybody in. Is
Yeah.
that it's got the fun, of course, but you know, you're always worried that there is going to be something behind one of those doors that's going to pop through. Did you see that toy that they're coming out with? The
No.
actual, it's exactly that, the knocker.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See, they
it's
should
gonna
make
be
like home decor, like a Haunted Mansion knocker for your house.
Mhm.
Who wouldn't buy that, right?
Yeah, like high end,
Yeah.
crate
yeah.
and barrel.
Yeah. All right, so this show we're going to cover 2 topics. We're going to talk about some of the history, and then it wouldn't be Disney by the numbers without some numbers, facts, obviously. So which one do you want to do, Raph?
I'll get started.
Okay. He's going to start with the scary facts, the history.
So the idea for the haunted house at Disneyland
Mhm.
was included in an early concept design sketch by Harper Goff dating back to 1952.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. Also, wasn't it supposed to be a walkthrough?
Yeah, it was definitely like, so you were, I mean, you kind of get that
Like a carnival kind of amusement walkthrough.
yeah, and if you've ridden the Walt Disney World version and then you go to Disneyland, you'll notice that some of that scene where you actually are in the Omni over here in Walt Disney World and you're going by those paintings where the lightning hits them and
Right.
you see the ghosts. Over there, you actually walk by those.
Yeah.
And that kind of gives you an idea or a sense of what it was going to be like.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, the designers of the attraction originally wanted to make the outside of the mansion look scary. Yeah. But Walt had other things in mind. So Walt Disney wanted to keep the outside looking like a stately mansion, which is what it is today,
Right.
while letting the ghosts take care of the inside.
Ooh.
But that would have been interesting to see it the other way,
Yeah,
too.
if it was scarier on the outside. I wonder if they have any concept drawing of that laying around.
But I mean, I was thinking about when I was reading through your show notes today, and I was thinking about that idea has carried over. I mean, even in a non-Disney park in Universal, you have London, and it looks pristine and perfect.
Right.
And once you walk behind it, then you've got the Harry Potter world that's all magical.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that idea,
interesting.
has kept on throughout.
Yeah, interesting. I haven't been to Harry Potter, so I don't know.
We know.
One of these days, somebody's going to suck me into that park.
Mario.
Yeah.
Literally, it has to be
Exactly.
the real.
What's that,
old-
2025?
Yeah.
All right.
So the exterior of the attraction was built in 1962 through 1963. It was actually unoccupied until 1969, while Walt Disney participated in the 1964-65 New York World's Fair, and his Imagineers were retasked to work on those timely projects.
Right.
So the World's Fair experience made way for some of the technology that's used in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. I think the, what was it called? The Skyway, the Ford Skyway, it became the Omni Mover.
Yeah, because that Ford Skyway, literally, you just got
You
onto
got in
a
a car,
and
and it just went around. So Bob was thinking ahead.
But it's incredible to think that, I mean, I obviously wasn't alive around this time, but just to think that you could see the attraction just sitting out there and,
And nothing in it.
Yeah, and everybody must have been dying for it.
That
to open.
must have been scary in its own, right?
Mhm.
What's that abandoned building?
Yeah. So on August 9th, 1969, after more than 15 years of development, the Haunted Mansion opened to the public.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe we should hold back on our Rise of Resistance delays commentary because 15 years is quite a bit of time.
I guess 6 months isn't so bad.
Yeah. Within a week of the Haunted Mansion's opening, Disneyland celebrated what was then its highest single day of attendance.
That is crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
So it brought out literally 999 million people.
That's pretty awesome.
Wow. I wonder what those stats were back then. Like, what was a busy day in Disneyland?
Yeah, in Disneyland back then.
In 1969,
Yeah, but it tells you like the staying power that ride would have just because, I mean, look at that. To push people to come for just an attraction, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So was it 2,000 people rather than 1,000?
Yeah, right, 2,000. Doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Haunted Mansion at Disneyland was the first major Disney attraction created without its direct supervision by Walt Disney himself.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I mean,
interesting.
Yeah. Although Walt reviewed many of the early vignettes, he never saw the completed show concepts.
That is a lot of trust, faith, and pixie dust in Imagineering. To say, all right, here's what I'm thinking. You guys go do it. And I also remember when we had Raleigh Crump on this show, that he was creating stuff for the Haunted Mansion that was really scary, scary stuff. But they decided then to make it a little kidder-friendly, and not have every kid pee on the dune buggies.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I mean, from everything I've heard about Walt, obviously he didn't really like all these, death and all these other things. But,
right.
But I guess he felt strongly in this concept. But yeah, you're right. It could have easily been darker. And Universal's now rumored to build its own Monsters Land, and that's going to be something they're going to have to ask themselves: is how
scary
do you
make
it?
Yeah, it'll be interesting thing.
Mm-hmm. In 1966, New Orleans Square, where the Haunted Mansion is located, became the first new land added to Disneyland since the park opened on July 17th, 1955.
Yeah, it's almost 10 years. Took them 10 years to build a new land. That's not too bad.
No, that doesn't seem so crazy.
Yeah, that's doable.
Originally, the Haunted Mansion was going to be a walkthrough attraction, which we spoke of, where guests were led in small groups by a cast member who would describe scenes that lasted 2 to 3 minutes each.
Right. Interesting.
I wonder if Disney could do a walkthrough attraction, like in today's world.
I don't know. People would probably take too long. Or never leave if it was air conditioned.
That's probably, they'll be Instagramming.
Yeah, they sitting on the floor with their phone, charging, There couldn't be any outlets because that's where you would find everybody.
Yep.
I mean, not to go on a tangent, but I hate when I see people like in the Emporium sitting down, plugged in. No. Go buy the damn charger for $30.
Yeah, just keep
and
going on
you can sit
your
wherever
day.
the hell you want. But not on the floor in the Emporium, please. Move along. And cast members don't say it, and I never get that. I usually say, hey, this is not your living room. And then I get this look like I'm crazy. Anyway, on to other tangents.
In 2016, Marvel, now owned by Disney, of course, they created their own comic. They debuted around the Haunted Mansion. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Did you buy those?
I've never read those. I've bought a lot of the history of Haunted Mansion type books, but never the comics.
Yeah. Well, trader number one, Jason Sorrell, who wrote the Haunted Mansion book, is now working for Universal Creative.
Interesting.
No. He actually, I think, was the lead guy on the Tonight Show attraction. Yeah. I have a good Jason Sorrell story. Him and Jason Grant and Alex Wright were doing a presentation. It was there. I want to say like the D23 Destination D event. And I was sitting like in the second row. The first row was reserved for, the dignitary people, VIPs. So I was sitting in the second row, and I had a good lens on. And I had gotten this great picture of Jason Grant being hugged by Jason Sorrell. And I posted it on Facebook. And I get an email, I think it was an email, saying, hey, this is Jason Grant. Do you have a copy of that picture?
Oh, that's awesome.
I said, yeah. I said, what do you want for it? You're just gonna. He goes, Jason Sorrell has never ever hugged me in my entire life, And now I have photographic proof of it. I need that picture.
That's good.
So I don't know if I have the picture, but he sent me a picture of that picture on his desk where he worked. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so that's always fun. All right, now we're going to talk about Disney Haunted Mansion by the numbers. I think we all know that there's 999 ghosts. That's obvious. It's in the song. And there's always room for one more. And that's you, obviously. 13 candles sit on top of the birthday cake in the grand hall of the Haunted Mansion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. And I've heard recently that at Disneyland, I'm not sure if they're doing it here. I don't think they are. But they're bringing people into that great hall, I think before it opens or after it closes, for like tours.
That's cool.
And you can see the mechanics of how the dancing is done. I don't know if I want to see that. I love that illusion, and I don't know if I want to see that broken.
I know it's tough.
You know? Just tell me, yeah, no, all right, thanks. There are 3 hitchhiking ghosts that are looking for a ride out of the Haunted Mansion. They are Enza Bean, Professor Finnis, and Plump and Gus, all looking for a ride out, if you don't mind. A hitchhiking ghost in your dune buggy.
I love when they added that effect.
That was fantastic. Now I'd like to see how that's done. I mean, when they swap heads,
Yeah.
and the stuff that you know blow your head off and stuff. It's like that's great, and it happened so quick.
And that was such a technological way of bringing in technology into that ride without changing what was there.
Yeah, right. There are 7 tombstones that are featured in the pet cemetery outside the attraction, and a lot of them feature people that have worked on the attraction or had some part of creating of the attraction and things like that. So when you get a chance, pay very close attention. I think there's I think some people's pets or actually have tombstones, not buried there obviously, but have tombstones. So
Yeah, I mean, that's a good advice for all of Disney World and Disneyland and all Disney parks. Just
right.
look out for everything that's written everywhere.
Yeah, yep. There's one unique exhibit at Disneyland Park. It's called Happy Haunt Materialize, the Art of the Haunted Mansion. It provides an inside look into the story of the Haunted Mansion for a limited time, which is now in the Disney Gallery. So if you're going to Disneyland, go check this thing out. They brought out a lot of stuff from the archives on this attraction. And I've seen some pictures, but I've heard it's quite fun to go check it all out and read the history. That's what I like about Disney.
That's one of my favorite spots in all of Disneyland. It's just, you always know there's going to be something there you want to go see.
Yeah. What did they have there previous? They had some Lincoln history, obviously, because I knew Lincoln. But I also like the Walt Disney history that they have there, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they'll have
history
stuff
of
about
Disneyland.
Disneyland's park, and they'll just have things rotating in there.
3 of the trees located at the Haunted Mansion are southern magnolias, a weeping mulberry tree, and a Tolson blue weeping juniper. Okay,
I think
that's great.
Yeah, they made sure that the names, fit the theme as well.
Fit the scariness.
Yeah.
Yep. Since 2001, the Haunted Mansion has been transformed each fall into the Haunted Mansion Holiday, a tradition celebrated by guests every year. We don't get this fun.
No.
We're like, just keep your damn Haunted Mansion. We're going to have the good stuff over here.
Yep.
I still haven't seen that.
Me neither. I haven't been able to catch it.
Yeah. That's something that's on my list. I'd really like to go to Disneyland during Christmas and see their whole shenanigans.
Definitely.
More than 400 flickering candles create a ghostly glow on the facade of the attraction during the Haunted Mansion holiday. So that's a lot of lightage.
Yeah, that's exactly why we don't get it.
Because it takes them months to do it.
Yeah.
Nearly 7,500 square feet of snow cover the graveyard inside the Haunted Mansion for the holiday. That's pretty interesting. And then more than 200 bones are gathered. Jack Skellington's Ghost Dog Zero in the Haunted Mansion holiday to use as decor, garland, and presents the seasonal overlay. So that's pretty interesting. I had facts too. I can't remember. What do they call it? Filibuster? The fake dust. They use like tons of that dust.
Dust everywhere.
Yeah, and the story is, back when it first opened, the cleaning people were cleaning up the dust. They're like, no, leave the dust.
Please leave it.
Yeah, but from what I heard is they go back like every couple of months. I guess just out of, I don't know, evaporation or whatever, dust disappears, so they keep putting more dust in there. So
That's crazy.
can you imagine how much dust they put over there in 50 years? Right?
Yeah, the one place you never want to clean.
Yeah. Yeah, can we hire a cleaning team not to clean this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To preserve this dust.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that is show number 1. We got Haunted Mansion by the Numbers and Haunted Mansion History. We're going to go on to show number 2. All right, we'll see you over there. Show number 2 coming up.
The Extra Magic Hour podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.